So this reading is for entertainment purposes only. This is going to Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine Collective for May 14, 2026. So let's start with Divine Feminine. I feel as though Divine Feminine is expanding in the heart space right now. As she expands in the heart space, she is letting go of fear-based thinking that causes her to flip-flop. The Divine Feminine is really focused on remaining in flow state today, and as she ends up letting go of control, she's yielding to the divine and surrendering to the process even more than usual. As the Divine Feminine prepares to become more in her heart, she actually is letting go of the need to compartmentalize her emotions, for that need to set aside her emotions in favor of logic. This is allowing the Divine Feminine to see the repressed emotions that are still stored in her body. The Divine Feminine is working through these repressed emotions, letting go of old narratives and limited beliefs that no longer serve her. The Divine Feminine is also letting go of the fear-based thinking around her connection with the Divine Masculine as well. And I feel as though as she lets go of this fear-based thinking, she is moving into a more love-based energy. And as she moves into a more love-based energy, she is starting to see the discrepancies in her own thinking when it comes to her limited beliefs about love. I feel as though the Divine Feminine is no longer abandoning herself like she used to. She is really stepping into her power, and she's not going to apologize for taking up too much space. She's not going to apologize for wanting what she deserves. This is allowing the Divine Feminine to really remain true to herself and not to self-betray in order to be socially accepted. She wants to be her authentic self, regardless of whether she is meant to stand alone or not. And that's what I get for Divine Feminine. So this is what I get for Divine Masculine. Divine Masculine is also expanding in the heart space too. As he expands in the heart space, he is letting go of much fear-based thinking around the trusting the process and trusting the divine too. He is releasing a lot of stagnant emotions, and as he releases these stagnant emotions in the name of depression, he is also feeling anger and sadness that he stuffed down. The Divine Masculine is being advised to really transmute this at this moment, because again, he's going to come to deeper realizations about where he's not choosing himself, around where he's not trusting love. And this is helping the Divine Masculine to see where he was not choosing himself. I feel as though the Divine Masculine is unlearning that people-pleasing trauma still, and as he unlearns that need to cater to everybody's emotions, he is finding that he cares less and less about how he's perceived, and he cares more about how he feels and thinks. He is no longer going to shrink himself in order to be accommodating. The Divine Masculine is putting his foot down on being disrespected or even taken advantage of. He has no tolerance for people trying to manipulate him or trying to control him. He is never going to allow that again. And I feel as though this is helping the Divine Masculine to see where he needs to not sacrifice himself in order to be accepted. He is putting his foot down on any self-betrayal, and this is helping the Divine Masculine to really remain true to his convictions. As he chooses himself, he is letting go of the version of himself that shrank himself in order to be what is socially accepted. And that's what I get for Divine Masculine. If you haven't already, like this video, subscribe to my channel. I post updates about twin flames often. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can DM me or you can reach me through my Calendly link on my page. I will see you another time. Namaste.